Kaya still keeping this fighter alive in the attacking end. And we apologize for any technical difficulties. Rest assured, these are being resolved, of course, to bring you the semifinals of the Copa Paulino Alcantara. Placito finding himself in a tight spot. Nieras, but it came off of Kaya. And Stallion making some inches getting forward.
Oh, we do see
Both
both
teams
teams
settling in
settling in
already.
already.
It's
It
good
is
for
good for
everyone,
everyone,
especially the
especially the
neutrals who are
neutrals who are
watching
watching right now.
Rilio Raza, Nomura got his pocket picked. Sendra, of course, Sendra, one of those midfielders just imposing himself in this game alongside Justin Bass. But Bonankin gets this one. He'll try to join forward. Releases Ivanovsky on the left. But sadly for Laguna, they are unable to keep it in. But right intentions, definitely.
Well, the Argentinian really wanted to reach that, but that's a bit too far.
Ivanovsky with experience, of course, when we refer to the Argentinian man for Stallion. As he got to play around the Americas, the likes of Chile, to name a few. So that Stallion spell ended earlier. So Kaya will try to reset. And when we assess their numbers, Kaya, without a doubt, the best offense in the league in the group stage with 40 goals put in. As Daiso gets this, Nieras had to come from behind, cuts it back though, taken, but it is no good for them, and sent over the bar by Justin Bass, the Philippines international.
That was a poor effort from Justin Bass. Sitter in front, open goal, keeper almost beaten. The Look at that bit. Could have done better in that assessment, but just a bit childish.
Back to the action, Sandra cuts it back, Schaffner got it, and had to send it to safety, but it was over to Kaya. Daiso, the diagonal ball. Nasito took a fall. The likes of Pride got it out of the way. Koichi, this ball to the middle. Ivanovsky to chase. Here comes Camarad now. Pressure from the winger. And just sent it over now. A throw in. Right intentions from Ivanovsky, but no teammate there.
Just too far from the action. No chance to get restarted quickly. A bit of danger from going up against the most skillful player of Stallion.
This ball whipped in and easily picked up by Quincy. Quincy Camarad also a U23 player for the Philippines. Although he missed out on that last tournament for the U23 Ascos. But he is that mainstay for Kaya and has gotten a lot of run in the Champions League. Both teams, when you talk about their performance, of course, in the Asian level, it's been tough for them this year. Nano, they tried to send it from the left. Sandra taking it. And Pepito eventually secured it.
Well, it was a toss coin moment for Ricky Sendra. Took the risk of a shot from the middle of the half. And, that was good connection there. Try to take a quick look on that replay. Straight to Pepito. Not so bad of a chance. Kaya already has with 4 shots on goal already. Couple on target.
So Nano did get a fine touch there and returned it to Stallion. Stallion seeing some time now with possession. They'll try to come up with those attacking chances. Placito. Placito from California Baptist University in the United States. Ivanovsky found Nieras well. when there was Diano. We got to do even better. The referee says it is a throw-in for Kaya Iloilo. Again, they are the team in yellow and white. Stallion Laguna, on the other hand, are in dark blue and pink.
And seems like there has been some words spoken here on the side. Like slight delay on our match restart.
It's like there's an argument. They were claiming it should have been a goal kick. I think they would have preferred that, of course, for Iloilo.
No, it only means that they're feeling the pressure already. KFC, though they do have most of the chances, but still anybody's ball game at this point, Claro.
Sandra won this one for them. Joven Vidic versus Placito. Sends it to safety. Jason. Jason also their primary goalkeeper. Was been used in the AFC Cup. Schaffner, the former Maharlika FC man. They defeated his former team. The Stallion booked a semi-final ticket. And here they are today. Daizo kay Diano. Diano, the man from the University of the East. Menzi. And the ageless Simone Rota. Just fresh off a Philippines call-up. But here comes Yuta Nomura. Finn McDaniel. Too much power in this ball, Camarade. Too much altitude there, but just does enough to get the ball out. Nieras in the receiving end of that shove from Arboleda. Looks like the referee played advantage. And there was Melisa just skying above the taller Belgira. And here's a call now by the half line or play is stopped. So Nieras got back on his own feet, but is down on his knees again. Arboleda sending his apologies.
Yeah, Fish Arboleda really just barred into Matt Nieras. A bit of trying to protect that, but Matt Nieras, strong cookie. He will just walk out of this. Captain of Stallion. How many times can you say you're both the owner and the captain of the team?
That's true. And of course, he has earned this place in the team year in and year out. As Rota made that error and gets it back to them now. Finn McDaniel just triggering it for them. He
Finn
has
Mac-
Belgira, but before I could speak, Sendra just won it for them. Short-lived attacking spell for them, sadly, if you are Laguna. There's Schaffner, that defensive mid. And it clearly meant the world for him, for his father and brother to fly in to catch him play in the Copa Paulino Alcantara. Tried to get this one in, but no good. Rota. And how often do we mention also a man like Rota, late 30s already? I think he
That's
is.
why we call him Kuya Simone.
You did mention earlier. It's over to Horikoshi. Horikoshi contra Schaffner. Arboleda. He slid it over to Nano. Sendra. Clearly couldn't frame it there.
A little bit too selfish for the businessman, Ricky Sendra. He has his own restaurant here around the metro. So do come visit.
Yung businessman vibes dinadala rin dito sa field, syempre. Hawak niya yung midfield eh.
He is all business, si Ricky Sendra.
As Arboleda got it over to Daizo. Fantastic combinations from Iloilo. And Pride have cleared. So throw in on the further end for Stallion Laguna. So it's actually been some time since Stallion FC defeated Kaya. But we got to speak, of course, with Coach Ernie Nieras. And they are continuing to stay confident here, especially with this squad of theirs. They attracted a great amount of talent as a result of their AFC Cup participation. As Bonanken and Nieras will try to navigate these tight spaces. And this ball leads to a Kaya reset on offense.
Still a bit of unfamiliarity between Schaffner and Finn McDaniel. Trying to do a quick release there, but just too far out for the number 8.
So it is Arboleda who takes the fall. Nakabawi na siguro sa tingin mo?
Medyo may konting bawi doon, but it is what it is. Pero mas masakit yun. Si Arboleda kanina buti sa katawan ni Matt Nieras. So.
Do that happened, of course, while Arboleda and Nieras are trying to duel for the ball. So another set piece. This one to be a long one from Daizo. Punched by Pepito, and they give up a corner from the looks of it. That is right. And Daizo, again, when we talk about his resume, he is the golden ball winner in the previous Philippines Football League.
Oh, he did bend it like Beckham dun sa free kick na yun. So, forced Pipito to push the ball wide. Now another set piece for KFC.
This one's short now. But it was poked away. Ivanovsky tracking down. Nano slide unsuccessful. Ivanovsky will try to hold the play and get their numbers to join all together. Placito. Bonanken. And Bonanken, a youth teammate of Chandler McDaniel in his formative days learning the sport. And connects with Belgira. This is looking promising. It's 2-1 though, but this ball is out and no good for them. But Stallion getting some of these chances, I guess, a matter of consistency.
Well, again, we go back to these chances. You can't make mistakes here, especially if you're preparing for AFC competition. So this would be like a real asset for them. So dapat sa mga ganong areas, dapat a bit more precise. You saw that the target was Utah on that left-hand side. The ball went out for a goal kick. So need to do some more adjustments there.
So it's a game of inches and fine-tuning as Joven Bidik takes this. And it is no good. A number of those shots over the bar for them. But Bidik has given us some of those wonders already throughout the course of his career.
Try to do a one-time volley off that shot, not do the same, and almost did it, but it's hard to really control those things off the bounce. But if you do want someone to do that, it's Joven Bedic.
He's been there, he's done that, but that's not the case here. But this game is about 25% in as Cameron's clearance is up to the chase now for Nano and Placito. The tallest and biggest guys in the pitch going at it. Ken Pride. He has those roots back in England. And play is stopped and will be resumed.
Looks like we have a quick substitution here. Ooh, this is not good news for Stallion Laguna. Ivanovsky coming off on the match. Argentinian really to him earlier that forces him off the pitch. But yeah, Noy Filonco coming in, number 29, try to fill up that attacking mid position.
And when we saw Ivanovsky step off the pitch, we did see him hold on to his right leg. So that is what may be bothering him. A big blow, but they'll try to rely on Noy Filonco, a returning man to Stallion, as he is quickly injecting himself into this game.
Noy Filonco, who came from Kaya, was released by the team, took his chance with Stallion, now one of those favorite guys in the rotation.
Noy Filonco back in the day, picking up his AFC Cup experience with Kaya FC. But this is not his first stint with Stallion Laguna. That is what Coach Ernie Nieves kept emphasizing to us. Stallion is really Noy's home, he says. Diano with the throw-in. Vidic. Bodankin the last touch now. It's in the mix. So who will secure? Things getting chippy in the midfield. Nano couldn't win there over Pride. Belgira. Nomura. There's the Japanese connection. Kuichi Belgira, of course, a Filipino with Japanese roots. Rilio Raza, but giving it away. It's these unforced errors that could hurt you in a game.
No, they did have their through balls, their chances. They have to be more cautious in these things. Medyo may konting kaba dun sa build up. So, they do have people, I mean, in the right positions always. But yeah, the passing needs to be perfect at this level.
Schaffner, as we speak there, Stallion get this stop. Noy Filonco over to Finn McDaniel, but it's no good again. You see some frustration kicking in already over the course of this match. 32 minutes in already, and other than what we mentioned, the unforced errors in those, what would have to be your assessment, Ivan? As play set to be resumed now. Quincy, Ori Menzi. Again, the Menzis with a reunion. There's Mike who is with Stallion. Mike is on the bench. Placito. You see a lot of ping-ponging here. The ball up in the mix. Bass got it over to Rota. Menzi trying to find Melisa. Melisa, again, a former Stallion player also. Both squads have seen players go back and forth. Back and forth, of course, when it comes to playing for the two storied squads, the two oldest teams here in the history of the Philippines Football League. They are founding members and also competed against one another back in the United Football League days. A semi-professional tournament. The Philippines now pro with the PFL. As Nomura got floored in the process of making that turn. So we have this set piece for Stallion. It has to be the best opportunity for them in this game. And we have Melisa who is lying down just to avoid any finesse attempts. Hasnano Amita gets booked for a yellow card from what appears to be excessive complaining to the referee. So it has been Kaya FC again with the initiative on the attack. Stallion have been able to hold their own on defense, but aren't up to par yet with their attack. But here is a chance to take the lead. In spite of what we just mentioned, at the end it is still goalless between the two rivals. As Koichi Belgira steps up to the plate, takes it, and it's into the wall to the approval of the supporters. We have the Ultras Kaya driving on Kaya FC-Iloilo. Continued. Both teams just stingy with one another. This one going in front of the goal mouth, but still no connection, and it's staying with Laguna. So as of late, it has been Stallion Laguna finding their way in this game. And now it is a corner, and there's Koichi Belgira. This is the reason why they signed them up back in 2019. Belgira is specialist for set pieces. He did score a goal against Stallion Laguna himself back in the 2019 Philippines Football League. And here is the service, but there is Sendra again. All business.
Now, Stallion have been threatening in the last few possessions. They have, they just had a quick rebirth already. We expect them to do more. Kaya has been challenged so much in the last 5 minutes.
Yes, again, it's still goalless despite Kaya taking the early initiative. And that Stallion Laguna wave continues. It will be a set piece or a free kick from a tight angle on the right wing. Ultras Kaya supporters definitely not happy with that call, of course. It's against them.
Well, it seems from our view that Koichi Belgira sold that call a bit too much. But yeah, a call is a call, and this is how they react on this very dangerous delivery.
So this one very similar to a corner, but definitely much closer. And it's driven in. Belgira back into the mix. Ori Menzi got his boot. Schaffner sends it the other way though.
Good defensive possession from Kaya. Nothing went through. They controlled that perfectly.
So about 6 minutes remaining until additional time in the first half again. This semi-final will be played over 2 legs. The scores, of course, will be totaled, and the victor afterward, whoever scores more goals, simple as this, over 2 games, will advance to the final.
Technically, the first game of first half of the semi-final for both teams just extended to 90 minutes. Both teams haven't. They all prepared for this match. They did look further down to the AFC Cup competition. They do want to win here and get that advantage early on this first leg. But that foul to Daizo is a bit strong.
So it is a free kick again for Kaya. That has been the script pretty much here in the first 45 minutes of this game.
This is Kaya's chance to do it on a set piece.
So it's Daizo again, a regular customer in this game already. And both teams, when we look at their records in Copa play, they have yet to lose. Well, Kaya have yet to lose. But it looks like the flag is up.
Oh, the flag is up. A bit of miscommunication there from the defenders. Menzi got that piece of the ball. He got pushed forward by his teammate behind him. Still a very fair score line at this point in time. This is what we want to watch at the moment.
Two finest from the Philippines going at it. Two historic clubs. And I just want to correct myself from earlier. Kaya are the team that is undefeated, while Stallion Laguna dropped a game. Stallion fell to Mindiola. As here's a chance now on the counter. Bedic over to Daizo. Daizo off the woodwork. The post there not being their friend.
Oh, it seems it's the 12th man of Stallion in that moment. But they just like to go back to that perfect delivery from Jovin Bedic. What a through ball to Daizo. Gave him a chance for that goal, but the post had other ideas.
That is exactly why you want to have Jovin Bedic in the starting 11 in a big match like this. So just to remind everyone, on the other side of the bracket, yung kabilang semifinal, mamaya, it is Dynamic Herb Cebu FC and the returning Davao Aguilas UMAC. As we'll have a stop again. It looks like Coach Ernie Nieras is furious. He's having to be calmed down by referee Mick John Pineda. Maybe some untoward words there.
Yeah, it is part of the game, something that we couldn't avoid, but it seems like Coach Ernie has already settled quickly.
As that spell of Kaya FC ends, and babalik ang bola dito sa Laguna. And time continues to tick now until additional time. Both teams would definitely like to finish strong, and as they've been growing into this match bit by bit. Sandra, just what the doctor ordered. Coach Column said to put it back. With this sets up Laguna now. Schaffner with his positioning. But Audi Menzi was not on the same page as Diano. Well, there was Quincy Camrad.
Well, a lot of things to talk about in this halftime break. Stallion Laguna, they've done pretty well. Just hasty decisions on the final third. Ito naman Kaya FC, their finishing was suspect. But yeah, happy for the neutral fans who are there, but not for the real fans who wants to see their team ahead at the half.
So it's a chance on the further end. Yuta Nomura, Schaffner, Ricky Sendra. What a ball to Bedic. And a promising one here on the further end. Nano just gifted it to Abe Placito. Noy Filonco again came in as an early sub as Christian Ivanovsky appears to be injured. Schaffner. Arboleda. We have the UE connection on the right here for Iloilo. That is the UE Red Warriors. As that's a relatively late whistle on Sendra. Just a hard tackle on Nathan Rillo Raza.
Well, timing-wise, he did it properly. Itong si Ricky Sendra. Got a touch on the ball, really, but yeah, it is call from the referee.
I guess that's a judgment call right there. As Laguna will resume play in the middle. So still unable to separate these two teams, but we are just in the first half of the first leg again in the semi-final. McDaniel got to beat Diano. There was his kuya, Arboleda, to make the stop. Nieras, their captain. Noy Filonco. McDaniel just sent it into the goalkeeper area. Quincy Camrad clearly the first one there.
That was a good sequence for Stallion Laguna. Extended that throw on the end and then resulted to a save from Camrad. 2 minutes of added time. Still plenty of chances for both teams to score.
And when we talk about chances, it is Stallion who will try to milk this one. McDaniel across again, but it is out and about to the dismay of the Stallion supporters.
Oh, you have to take care of these chances, especially near the end of the half, because might spell a lot. It could mean a lot for your team to get a goal there. Oh, that's a yellow probably.
And you saw that from the get-go already. Malapit na tayo sa halftime, but intensity going up as we have about 1 more minute to play. Now it is Iloilo who will take the roll of the dice. Free kicks here mainly, or most of the free kicks, of course, have gone for Kaya. And from the looks of it, of course, with the distance, we are expecting a service.
I do expect they would look for Ricky Sandra at this point, given almost all of the headers, almost half of them have gone through him.
Here comes the dummy from Meliza. Floated in. Placito got it. And Bonankin wins this. And he has acres of space. But it is only Koichi who falls in the process. Referee saying it was accidental or may have been on his own. So play goes the other way. Daizo on his own accord. And it's another foul.
Just going back to that counter-attack from Stallion Laguna. It gave Coach Colum Curtis some concern there. And I would like to wish him a happy birthday, Coach Curtis. He's definitely wishing for a win today.
Of course, that would be a perfect way for Coach Colum to get for his birthday. Coach Colum Curtis, of course, a man with a UEFA license, and he was picked up, of course, with Kaya participating in the AFC Champions League, among the finest of the region. As we await this ball from Horikoshi. In the area, took a bounce, but no good here. Knocking and knocking, but we are still unable to separate these two teams.
Halftime was so expected here. Plenty of things to talk about for the teams in the dugout. The dressing room should be interesting for both teams.
And there you go. The whistle already from referee Mick John Pineda, as we'll no longer take that goal kick. It is goalless between Kaya FC Iloilo and Stallion Laguna FC, as we will be back after the halftime break for your second 45 minutes in the semifinals of the Copa Paulino Alcantara 2023.
Paulino Alcantara 2023. Keep the legacy.
Abu C. Abu C, the man from Senegal, a former Stallion player and has been with Iloilo as of late, is the leading scorer in the Golden Boot race with 10 goals to his name. Second place is from Stallion Laguna, Yuta Nomura with 7. Bonanken switching it up to Pride. Schaffner eventually got this. Trying to play Felonco. Felonco does well to keep it in. Pride. Nomura trying to get this one, but it was off target already from the get-go. Nomura is down and possibly hurt himself in the process. At wag nyo kalimutan po, may isa pang semi-final tayo mamaya. It is between Davao Aguilas UMAC and Dynamic Herbs Cebu FC. So Nomura will be needing treatment. And this will be a big blow if he will not be able to continue in this game. Kasi nawala nga si Christian Ivanovsky, isang foreign player ng Stallion due to injury. Ivanovsky was a little slow to step off the pitch when he exited for Noy Felonco and was holding on to his right leg. Stallion and Kaya have busy schedules coming up also with, as next week, they are set to play in their respective AFC competitions. Kaya will be traveling to Japan to face Yokohama, while Stallion Laguna FC will be traveling to Malaysia to face Terengganu FC.
Like to note, playing against Omid Nazari and Jordan Minta in Terengganu.
As they play this one long, they found Joven Bedic, pero offside ang tawag dito. Bedic making a run for it. And the play.
But then again, kids, that's how you control the ball. So yung perfect touch ni Jovin is cancelled out by that offside, but still, that is how you roll.
So yan ang isang idol niyo, si Joven Bedic, taga Barotac Nuevo, Iloilo. And what's nice to point out, yung kalaro ni Joven Bedic, o yung kalaban niya sa Interbarangay, si Balot Doctora, who is on the bench for Laguna.
Oh, Balut is off after a sudden illness in the family.
As it is played back, Pepito with the clearance. So we can yell out all the numbers we want, the statistics of the players, but at the end, goalless pa rin tayo, Ivan.
We did in our earlier conversation that we did list everything, all the stats from the group stages and everything, but at this point, they don't really matter. So it seems it's about attitude and character of the teams and how they get a result in this competition.
The FEU connection between Nano and Melisa, they eventually found Daiso! And it is no good for them. Close, but not quite. Pero mukhang may corner kick sila.
It seems like somebody took a touch on that possession. And right now, it's up to Stallion how to react with this. Daiso almost had a great chance to score. He had space, he had that angle to whip it at the second post, pero di siya nangyari. Now he'll come back to deliver again from the corner.
We were just mentioning numbers, so balik nga natin ng konti. Daiso going for number 7 in terms of goals this season. As they play this one short, Melisa, Placito said no. But it stays with the reigning Philippines Football League champions. Kaya also out to reclaim the Copa Paulino Alcantara. Lovely combinations in tight space. Nano whipped it in. Bonanken just did enough, we could say.
Bonanken, one of those players taken in by assistant coach McDaniel. There's an LA Force connection among these players. So some of them played in when they were younger. So meron na rin continuity na rin in some way. And the likes of Bonanke and I think si Placito din as well.
There's also Galiana Trujillo to add to that mix. So this play to be resumed from the back. And you just see Kaya lurking, keen to apply some pressure. Nomura. McDaniel contra Diano. Rota with his age and wisdom there.
We will not talk about age here, Claro.
But the wisdom comes with it, of course, but it is definitely not slowing him down as Nano with the delightful find to Arboleda. Taking it, but Pepito again, positioning, appearing to do the job.
A great delivery there from that left-hand side. Kita si Pitch Arboleda took the touch and again the volley. Well placed din ang positioning ni goalkeeper Jason Pipito. Still 0-0. Everyone's on the edge of their seats, Carl.
Same for us, we could say. As Placito just sent it to no man's land. Both teams coming off huge aggregate wins. An 11-0 win for Kaya over the University of the Philippines, a collegiate side. Stallion Laguna defeating fellow PFL side Maharlika Manila, 9-0 on the aggregate. So this is the barometer for the two teams. Nano contra Relio Raza.
Good chance from Relio Raza. Nano trying to pick his spots. Very smart player still. Alam niya kung saan pupwesto.
Meliza, Justin Bass. Still keeping it and poked out. Justin Bass, a teammate with Quincy Cameron in their youth days in the Netherlands.
Very quiet performance today from Justin Bass. We do expect more from him given his ASCAS experience. But Stallion sort of nullified him in the first half. It's a big challenge for him to get something out of the second half as well.
So let's see if that will be the case or if Coach Colin Curtis will decide to make changes in personnel. As Schaffner sent this one. It's to no man's land, but teams will now try to secure. Camarad having to play the safe option again. Noy Filonco again, a first half substitute. Whips in the cross. And it looks like Diano was able to get a stop.
Great timing from Mardiano. Picking that ball from Noy Filonco perfectly. Ideally, he would have kicked it in front of him, but went out for a corner. Now Stallion knocking on the door. And the set piece, they have scored. And they at the AFC Cup on set pieces as well. So something that they would want to do here in this first leg of the semifinal in the Copa.
And that has been the name of the game for them in the first half. Set piece after set piece, corner after corner. So pwede nga natin sabihin, naka-warm up sila. So it's a matter of making that one giant leap and finding the back of the net. As Finn McDaniel overcooks this corner kick.
This is just poor from Finn McDaniel. Could have got it a bit closer to the goal. It's just too much. Again, we talk about fine margins here, considering that's still a 0-0 game. Now, these things should be precise, at least threaten the keeper.
Again, we were also talking about the unforced errors, of course, that can just gift possession back sa inyong kalaban. It's now with Jason Pepito. Pepito, a long-timer with Stallion Laguna. Bonanken. Gave it over to Rota, their defender in the other end.
Very tight midfield battle here. You do have this sense na this tie will be decided on mistakes, and it seems na on the offensive end both teams have well, mostly Stallion on their decision making, but ito naman si Kaya on their finishing. So it will be decided on something very meager, I think.
So who will be the first one to crack here, as Diano got clipped by McDaniel. Both players, of course, have been playing hard in this match. And I guess this will also be a test to their respective benches, who could bring out that impact to this game.
Clearly, Kaya with a deeper bench at the moment. A lot of good players there. Maru Angeles, Mark Swainston, Robert Lopez Mendy, and some players with niggles like Kurt Dizon and Marco Casambre.
But one man who is missing again for Kaya is Abu C, their leading scorer, and also the leading scorer of the tournament, as he has an injury.
But he will be available in the AFC Cup, as I talked to him earlier. He's upbeat and ready, but just not for this match.
Jovin, binigay kay Daizo. Taking it. Pero corner kick ang tawag dito. It looks like Placito got the denial.
Another corner one for Kaya FC. They've been knocking on the door with those corners earlier, mga half chances yung nakuha nila, but let's see how they work this one on this side of the pitch.
So the service from Melisa, it's been either him or Daizo Horikoshi in charge of these opportunities. Melisa with 2 goals and 2 assists already in this campaign. The former FEU Tamarao. And here comes the in-swinger. Rota. Looks like they find the back of the net. I believe it's Nano Amita. The breakthrough in the 59th minute. And there you have it.
Well deserved for Kaya FC. Build-up was great. Reaction specifically for Simone Rota, who headed it into Nano Amita's way. Just the consciousness on how to deal with that. And Nano Amita, the tallest player on the pitch in that possession, really delivered. And that's a well-deserved 1-0 goal for them.
Nano Amita finding goal number 5 in this tournament already. And it's a crucial one. So now Kaya with the 1-0 lead in the 59th minute behind Nano Amita. Amita, the man from Far Eastern University. As Yuta Nomura will resume this match. Will this be a matter of floodgates opening, or given these are the top 2 teams in the country, you can expect much closer action?
We do expect Stallion to fight back. They have done pretty well in the first hour. It's only, for me, I think they will fight back. They did lose Ivanovsky earlier. Now they have coming in Juan Galeana. And true enough, he will replace Schaffner, who has been just okay in the middle. Galeana will add that step for them. They do want to equalize in this tie.
Not essentially a like-for-like with Galeana Trujillo, a winger. Schaffner, their holding midfielder, stepping off. Arboleda secures. Belgira tracking down. And one thing, of course, with Kaya, they can play a little more loose now that they found the back of the net. Much patient play. Can carve more scoring chances.
Well, again, this is about the aggregate score, and technically there are no 3 points in this match. So, both teams would want to pad on. I mean, Kaya would want to pad on their lead. Stallion naman gusto na mag-equalize. And still a long way to go in this first game, the first half of this semi-final, basically.
That's right. As McDaniel initially broke free, Ori Menzi with a great stop. Diano versus Belgira. Arboleda. They got it over to Justin Bass. Takes it. And it's good! Goal number 2 for Kaya FC. Justin Bass grew into this game in style and has a goal to show for it.
Great opportunity, took that chance, kicked it outside of his boot, all went straight to the top of the corner. And Justin Bass did respond to that challenge, the Stallion challenge, and now there are 2 goals up in the last 63 minutes.
Showing his appreciation to the fans as they are definitely in the driver's seat of this one. So it's the first leg or first of 2 legs dito sa ating semifinals. Whoever wins this one will head into match number 2 with the upper hand. But in between the first and second legs, these 2 teams again will be playing in their respective AFC tournaments. Nasa Champions League yung Kaya FC-Iloilo, Stallion Laguna, or just below in the AFC Cup, another prestigious tournament. Too trigger happy there from the looks of it.
Well, they did want an easy way out of that. Now Stallion has to dig a little bit deeper, find their main purpose here. They want to get a result. They did so much. They did so well in the first hour. Although I think combined 3 hours. So also a test as well sa AFC Cup competition nila. They are going into KL early. Take on Monday to train on grass. So iba kasi yung feel, but you know, again, doesn't matter what the surface is, the attitude and the response is the most important thing at this point in time.
And like what they say, diamonds are made in the rough. Let's see how they'll be able to bounce back from these 2 goals that they conceded. But if you are Kaya FC, you want to keep all cylinders clicking. As Nomura got to find Galiana Trujillo. Rota got his boot to it. He'll try to navigate the choppy waters. Meliza all the way down to support on defense. Rota, but Placito got it back in the middle. Sandra secures it for them. The central midfield duo. Great presence of mind there, despite of Kaya not milking out every advantage from that. But there's that foul for them.
A smart play from Joven Bedic, stood his ground, got the proper positioning. He was pulled down by Nathan Reliurasa. And another free kick for KFC.
So free kick after free kick for Kaya. That's how they've been able to really assert their dominance in this game. So we look at their substitutions. It looks like Kaya will be making one. Stallion Laguna have made 2 already. One was due to injury. The other a tactical change with Christian Schaffner, their central midfielder, stepping off. And this one is back to Quincy Camarad in hopes of stretching the defense. Let's see how they'll make the most out of this. 65 minutes into this game. This one far from done. Still a long way from 90 minutes, and wag nyo kalimutan, may second leg pa tayo. I think it really changes the ball game when you see knockout rounds played over 2 legs as opposed to a winner-take-all, as Galiana Trujillo wins this one over Jan Meliza. And there you go, Ivan. 2 changes now for Kaya, inserting more attacking power with Harvey Gayoso and Kurt Dizon.
And the first substitution coming out is Nano Amita.
Number 10, Arlen Amita, replaced by number 19, Kurt Dizon.
Kurt Dizon making his appearance here. Kurt Dizon has a slight injury. That's why he hasn't been playing much in AFC competition. And Joven Bedic put on a good shift. And Harvey Gayoso replaces the veteran. They are 2 goals up. They have that luxury, claro.
So they could look to play that long game, especially things are going their way now. But no drop in quality when you refer to the players that Kaya managed to sub into the game. There's Dizon, a player with AFC experience. Harvey Gayoso, of course, was been with Kaya and also suited up in the Champions League last calendar year. Gayoso also came off injury and missed majority of the group stage in this tournament, but a timely recovery for him.
And yeah, we do. If people who saw that stat over our social media pages, it was Gayoso who had plenty of take-ons in the AFC Champions League East. So not that bad stat.
As Gayoso gets this, floating it, but it looks like it went off the top of the crossbar. At may goal kick ang Stallion Laguna. Instant impact right there from Gayoso.
Oh, that was superb from Harvey Gayoso. He wanted to surprise the keeper there, and the keeper was really beaten immediately.
As Kaya keep their gas on the throttle. At sumobra nga rito.
Almost a superb highlight there from Harvey Gayoso. That ball, it's just a few centimeters higher than the crossbar. If it would dipped a bit lower, and it would have been goal of the year probably. His first touch.
Talk about warming up into the game. Halos hindi kailangan ni Gayoso. As you can see, Camarad got this and denied any hopes of getting or giving Stallion a chance to attack. And it looks like we have a potential change for Stallion based on the activity on their bench. So what would have to be your outlook here, Ivan? We're about 70 minutes into the game. Nasa leg 1 pa lang tayo. Kaya leading 2-0. Stallion having to chase it. As Felonco. Nomura sends it in! 2-1. Game on.
I didn't have to answer your question, Claro. That was a superb response from Yuta Nomura. And Stallion Laguna caught the Kaya defense snapping. Nomura, now the top scorer of the competition with 8 goals. We knew how good he was and how he would deliver. It wasn't really tested before on how he would perform against Kaya. Now, it's a goal on his hand. We still have a ball game.
They caught Quincy Camarad flat-footed as that ball rolled into the back of the net. So Nomura now with 8 in second place, or still in second place, and he is behind Abu C, who has 10. Abu C, of course, from Kaya. So dinouble check lang. Copa Paulino Alcantara semi-final action. Intensity is going through the roof now. Stallion Laguna get themselves within striking distance. Both teams will try to secure an advantage heading into the second leg. You are catching this game again on the Facebook and YouTube pages of the Philippines Football League. Paki-like, share at subscribe. Alongside Ivan Cayares, this is Clara Manzano on call for this match. At sabi nga natin kanina, the goal gave us the answer.
You really can't make mistakes here, especially for the coverages. You'll pay for it. Like in the first goal nung Kaya FC, the reactions of Kaya were better. They weren't closed down properly, kaya nakascore si Nano Amita. Second goal was superb.
Gayoso trying to respond for them. You just see both teams boasting their quality, putting up a show. At yung maganda dito, nasa semifinals pa lang tayo. Looks like there was a shove from Justin Bass from behind. So Stallions build up forward will get delayed for a bit.
Yeah, still a little less than 20 minutes left. both teams could still pad on their goal scoring. Alam naman natin in Stallion Laguna they would want to equalize here, and it would be an interesting second leg should Stallion equalize here. But Kaya, again, they were almost up 3-1 with Harvey Gay also hitting the crossbar, but reaction from Stallion just saw that and go down to a 1-goal deficit.
And they play McDaniel, Camarad, out of his goalkeeper area. Belgira and Bas getting into a collision. And the referee, Vic John Pineda, says this will go to Iloilo. Coach Ernie Nieras absolutely animated in the technical area. Not happy with that call. And when we were talking about it, my first leg at second leg tayo, the objective here is to get the upper hand heading into the second leg, but that could potentially be negated if Laguna find one more goal. So it doesn't end here because we have the second leg again.
Extended time on the pitch. Down on the pitch is Justin Bass holding on to his left shoulder as he was backed down kanina by I think Koichi. There was really no ill intention there. I was just surprised a bit with the call. I thought the stoppage was for treatment of injuries, but yeah, it is an interesting call to say the least.
Some cold spray on the shoulder of Bass, and is slow to get up. Whether he will be able to continue or not, Kaya will be down to 10 men temporarily. So they will have to be cautious. But it looks like Odi Menzi is signaling for a sub. And Bass definitely far off from the sidelines. And there you have it, mukhang may substitution tayo. The fourth official in Kaya FC just sorting it out. And this will have to worry you a bit for Kaya heading into their next Champions League game with the way Bass is moving. But there is still some time to recover, but very limited.
Oh, it seems his entire arm is immobilized. So that's not a really good sign for Kaya FC going into AFC competitions. They do expect a lot from Justin Bass. I'm not sure if he has a history of issues with the shoulder. But yeah, Marco Casambre, Maru Angeles coming in. Maru Angeles immediately replacing Justin Bass. Well, Marco Casambre, we do expect him to replace. I do believe it's Kuya Simo Rota. Did a good shift here. Marco Casambre. Good to see Marco Casambre back on the pitch. He was 50-50 earlier in the last few months, but now he's back. A good sign for Kaya FC and their fans.
Casambre, again, one of the longtime players, and I don't know, for some reason, when Kaya would bring out their substitutions, nagugulat ako eh. Because these players, of course, have had their regular time as starters with the team also. Angeles, a long-timer, he did leave for a bit and had a stint in Indonesia. As there's the cross sent in, Meliza, but we saw that was already rolling out or bouncing out to yield possession to Stallion. And talking about Maru Angeles, he had that stint in Indonesia. We are aware that it went well, but a change in management, of course, led to him going home prematurely. Placito. Bonanken, but intercepted well. Kurt Dizon. Arboleda. Here's Bonanken to track him down. May konting banggaan. And that's a whistle to give Kaya another free kick from the looks of it. It's been the same script in this match as we've seen.
Yeah, we saw Kaya winning the flanks earlier, and they did get some fouls on that area. Now it's up for them to convert. Plenty of good players up top. Have like Skirtizo and Harvey there. Even throw in sila Maru Angeles, who just came into the mix. It'll be interesting in how they work through this. Daizo again orchestrating this free kick.
Daizo again, the reigning Golden Ball recipient of the Philippines Football League, the equivalent of the Most Valuable Player award. Daizo hails from Kanagawa in Japan, and he also had a stint in the Singapore League. And Kaya has been his home for the past 3 years and counting. And here comes the free kick. Bouncing around. Meliza, they look to reset. Stallion getting all of their field players back to defend. And from what we were seeing, looks like Yuta Nomura will have to be subbed off. His back appears to be bothering him. Nieras couldn't get it to Noifelonco. Stallion are in this game despite of Kaya controlling the midfield for majority of this contest. Pride, Binato, Eliza, Casambre, and they eventually stop play for the injured Yuta Nomura, and it will be a triple substitution for Stallion. Jarvis, Aristorenas, and Ford will be coming in. And we will still need to confirm the men stepping off, but there's Ken Pride and Yuta Nomura. And there you go. It's Koichi Belgira.
Number 22, Ichi Belgira, replaced by number 18, Jorel Aristorenas. And number 99, Yuta Nomura, replaced by number 20, Zachary Ford.
A good change from Stallion. Try to mix it up here in the final 10 minutes of this first leg of the semi-final. And kudos for fair play, allowing return of the possession to Kaya FC after that fair play move from Casambre earlier.
So Casambre stopping play so that the hurt Yuta Nomura could step off. Again, Stallion have their AFC or upcoming AFC Cup fixture in Malaysia that they'll also have to look forward to. As Dizon gave us a lovely flick, Daizo, but there was Rilio Raza tracking down. Great work right there. You have to work double time to deny a man like Daizo.
Yeah, heads up play from Rilio Raza. He knew that Daizo was there, so took him on earlier, and now they are safe in that possession.
Safe for the moment, but they have to deal with this corner. They released Daizo, whipped it in. I believe Bonan can cleared it off. And there's a call to send it back to left to right. It will be Stallion now initiating things. Placito to get this back again. So should this stick, the unbeaten run of Stallion will take a hit, but that does not matter, of course, as we are looking to get the winner via aggregate over 2 games. Stallion Laguna winning their last 3 games in local competition, but in the case of Kaya FC, it's 7 games where they've been able to grab the W. Again, these squads had to face the challenge from the collegiate and amateur clubs. And we can say the Philippines Football League sides did not disappoint as they played Daizo again. He is that money man for them. Sendra versus Aristorenas. Aristorenas winning it, fresh from his Asian Games stint as an esports athlete representing the Philippines. Nieras. Noyfelonco contra Angeles. Can catch Maru's twin brother suit up for Davao Aguilas UMAC in the other semi-final. As they're getting inside, a fall. That was from Zachary Ford. Looks like that was not enough to get any call for Laguna.
I think that the referee got that very clearly in his path.
Galiana Trujillo, one of the smaller players in the field, in Meliza, got to deny him. Gayoso got it over to Daizo. That is how Kai has been operating as of late, playing through their Japanese winger. That's Arboleda taking a fall. Coach Colin Curtis livid over that. But it's a foul to go their way when you refer to Kaya FC-Iloilo.
Interesting sequence there. Both players went 50-50. And someone got called for a foul. And, you know, we have 7 minutes left. A little more with added time. Do expect maybe a couple of minutes. I think there's still a goal in here, Clara.
And definitely with the amount of end-to-end action we have been seeing. Two quality sides flexing their muscles in the group stages and their barometers now. There's a foul there from the looks of it in the offside ng ating tawag. And it's a handball from what you saw, Ivan. Jarvis playing the right back position. Placito opting to go long. Camarade slowly but surely just making sure it went out for a goal kick, and some game management now. Time in the side of Iloilo.
No, Stallion are trying to do something better. Going long already, but you know, these things you have to be really precise. You have to time it right. You have to power it right. Let's see KFC how they go.
Dizon, Angeles, exchanging touches. Dizon pa rin, sending it. No teammate though to meet that ball. Gayoso and Meliza were close but not quite.
Knowing Kurt, I think he was trying to bend it to the second post. Still very early. He just came back from a long injury, so that was a good opportunity as well for him.
So a chance for him to get his groove back, because the winner again of the Copa Paulino Alcantara for this edition will be nominated to participate in next year's AFC contests. Bali, yung mga local competitions dito will serve as your qualification to the likes of the Champions League, as there is an unfortunate collision between two players. Tough sight to see there, Ivan.
It's we do expect the high intensity in this match, but you know, both players were trying to get that. And I think the ball goes to the way of Stallion at the moment. Deemed by the referee, it was Noyfelonco who collided with Fitch Arboleda. And it seemed that in that instance, it was Fitch Arboleda who was hurt the most. But I guess it was the positioning and the timing as well for that challenge. Someone got a yellow for dissent on that play. I think it's Mardiano. Currently, he is not on a yellow in our list here. So he has to be careful going into the final as well.
So if
they get there.
So if you get 2 yellows in 2 games, you will serve a 1-match suspension. Bali, nagka-carry over yung mga yellow cards natin, we could say. Should the likes of Bas get a yellow, or Gayoso, Tacosalme is not yet in the game, they will be banned the next one. In the case of Stallion Laguna, it's the likes of Jordan Jarvis and Zachary Ford. McDaniel sends this in, but no good for them. It's quite off.
Oh, the delivery was great. The people up front did not time that right because not a wasted opportunity for Stallion Laguna. That was something for them.
Close but not quite as we are off to the races. Dizon sa kabila, looking for options. Dizon still dribbling, takes it, but doesn't make it for them. Dizon, you could say, showing no signs of rust here, gaining that confidence bit by bit.
Well, he did have a couple of options in front of him. Opted to shoot it instead. Daiso was just straight in front of goal. You know, he does want to get back in the competition. He wants to, get a goal in consolation for that. But yeah, it depends at the moment.
Dizon with 2 goals and 1 assist in this tournament. And again, as you mentioned, due to injury, he has seen relatively limited action. They're unleashing him here. Daiso, the option on the left. Trying to shimmy his man. Daiso pa rin. His angle though getting lost. The shot taken. A last-ditch save from Jason Pepito, and another chance, no good. You could feel that tension in the air at the Rizal Memorial Stadium.
Jason Pepito with that double save. I think the second one hit the post, but nonetheless, that volley from Fish Arboleda was on the way in. Pepito just got in the way, and again, positioning-wise, he was perfect at that first post. Did not allow space, which forced the kicker to hit it straight to the upright.
So Stallion just managing to get those stops and denying a third Kaya Iloilo goal. But now it's time for Laguna to spring up an equalizer with Orimenzi down from the looks of it. Another collision. And Coach Colum Curtis, livid in his side of the technical area, as expected, standing up to his players. And also a chance for Kaya, being objective, to take time off the clock, 1 minute away from additional time.
Well, it was Finn McDaniel who hit him from behind with his elbow.
Melisa having to play safe there already. We're closing in on additional time already. But Jarvis just denying that Kaya wonder of teamwork. Of course, you have to think about damage limitation also in this perspective.
It's just the one-touch passing. That was superb, to be honest. But Jordan Jarvis just found that power to kick the ball out and prevent that spectacular possible goal from Kaya.
But they're not yet out of the clear.
Additional time is 6 minutes.
6 minutes of additional time, as confirmed by our fourth official, and that is Mike Basinag.
Now, we did have a couple of injuries earlier that adds it up. But yeah, I think, like I did say, I think we still have one more goal in this match before it ends.
He did say, of course, and we were given 6 minutes. Plenty of time as we see Eric Giganto at the half line, set to check in. Giganto, a versatile player, capable of playing on defense and offense, normally on the wing. So again, this is just the first leg, so it does not end here. It is not a do-or-die game dito sa ating semifinals sa Copa Paulino Alcantara. Scores will be totaled after 2 matches. No, and mind you, we do not have any away goals. Simple lang ang formula natin dito.
Number 22, Fish Arboleda, replaced by number 9, Eric Giganto.
And Felonco winning it for them. Not really desperation time again, as we just mentioned. it would sure help to pick up an equalizer heading out of the first leg.
That challenge was late, right in front of the referee. Stallion trying to get a goal back here. Maybe they could. Now Jorel for that free kick in place of McDaniel. I think that's a good choice for them since they could use up McDaniel's height in this set piece.
And we have the whistle, and it's up for grabs. Jarvis sent it to the middle. Close, but not quite. But here's Nieras hoping to deny Gayoso. And he just gets the job done. And it was Galeana Trujillo who was close to connecting there from that ball that Jarvis sent in to the middle of the goalkeeper box.
I think it was just too high for him, maybe a foot or two.
And Aristorenas let it out, pero may foul daw, sabi ni Mick John Pineda. A foul committed before that as Aristorenas was losing his balance already. And Coach Colum Curtis getting a yellow. And mind you, he is coming off a suspension. He missed the second match versus the University of the Philippines sa ating quarterfinals. At sabi nga ni Coach Colum, that is his first time to get suspended in his career. As it is a routine save by Camarad. That probing ball in hopes of setting up an attacker. And 3 minutes gone by quickly, Ivan, dito sa added time sa first leg.
All the fans are up in the rafters. Very excited with the finish of this match. We have like 500 people here at the moment.
Eric Giganto with that burst of energy again as a sub. But this one going out of play. So they finally get that other ball off the pitch. Again, Stallion having to find this equalizer as they'd like to enter the second leg on level terms. Huwag niyo kalimutan po, may second semifinal tayo later on this evening. We have Dynamic Herb Cebu FC and the returning Davao Aguilas. Davao Aguilas, again, a founding club sa ating Philippines Football League. And they are re-entering the scene and participated in this Copa. As this looks like a cross that is definitely overcooked.
He did naturally Curtizo on the left footer. Props to him to try to get that, but just a bit too much.
And don't you forget, of course, we do have the campaign of the Philippine Football Federation to fill up the Rizal Memorial Stadium for the upcoming FIFA World Cup qualifiers. The Philippines will be squaring off with Vietnam to open up that campaign. So stand your ground, stay tuned for details as we will witness the Yaskals play at the Rizal Memorial Stadium. Angeles and Aristorenas. Fans getting heated also and into the action. It goes the way of Maru Angeles. Looks like there was a shove from Jarvis. Daiso repaying the favor. Cooler heads having to prevail. I think you just have to go and play on if you were Stallion chasing the goal. Kaya getting into their heads, hoping to protect the lead, don't you think?
Well, a bit of a lead. Just the first half of a second leg. Coach Colum Curtis very active on the sideline since it's birthday though.
And Quincy gets it again. Despite no clean sheet for them, he has been stable in getting stops. And that is the full-time whistle in the first leg of the semifinals. Ladies and gentlemen, what a match we've had right here. Philippines Football League Giants, two of the oldest clubs going at it, giving us a classic, and nasa first leg pa lang tayo, Ivan.
It was nothing short of what we expected. Both teams came at it scoreless till the 60th minute until that reaction from Nano Amita over that pinball from a corner. Nakita din naman natin na he took the lead with a quality finish from Justin Bass. Unfortunately, he walked out of the game, but Stallions giving themselves a chance by that beautiful goal in the second half as well. 2-1, still very tight. A lot of things could happen in over a two-legged semifinal. It was yet again nothing short of what we expected, and it was such a treat for everyone watching.
It was the goals again from Nano Amita and Justin Bass to make it 2 dito para sa Kaya FC Iloilo, while Yuta Nomura put them close within striking distance with 1, as this is surely going to be heated heading into the second leg of the semifinals. But these teams again have their respective AFC competitions to deal with. A great acid test for them here. Unfortunately, they'll have to deal with some injuries. And would you happen to have some outlook for them looking forward, moving forward?
Well, for now, they have really completed this match. So mostly, they do want to focus on this one. But yeah, AFC Cup competition coming up. It's a totally different ball game and a good test for them to play in this match.
And that does it for this one in leg 1 of the semifinals between Kaya FC Iloilo and Stallion Laguna FC. It's 2-1 for Kaya again. But don't you forget, wag nyo kalimutan po, may Davao Aguilas UMAC versus Dynamic Herb Cebu FC to wrap up the day. And that does it for match number 1. See you in a bit. And this was Claro Manzano on call for this match alongside Ivan Gayares.
Congrats, Tao.